Hey, what's up, guys? Doing the question of the week for my story worth here. Did you consider any careers other than the one where you landed? So it's kind of a funny question for me just because I haven't exactly had one career. So I think this would be a better question for somebody that's like, yeah, I went to school to be an attorney and I was an attorney forever, or a doctor, or and did you ever think about doing something different? So my answer to this is probably more of I planned on switching jobs all the time and I did. So, right, I mean, go through some jobs from the beginning, like, I was an umpire, then sold cell phones, I sold security shredding services, like paper shredding. I've sold, what was it? Cubicle fabric. Sold newsletters to old folks' homes. I mean, just random. Um, and then the big ones are, of course, Last Minute Golfer and Kansas City Hardscapes, where we own the businesses. So that's where 15 to 20 years of mine is. So did you consider any other careers than the one you landed? So my answer would be yes. And I think that's what actually that would be my advice to everybody is never just stay in a career just because you're like, well, I'm in it, so I should just stay. Um, I think I think after Last Minute Golfer, I tried to stay in the golf industry and do something for golf courses and help them with golf marketing and things like that. And I think it was stupid. I knew that golf courses didn't have money; they were struggling financially. Golf course industry as a whole, you know, they just don't do very well. So get out of that. Go do something that people make good money in. Um, but then I also think, I mean, I would tell anybody all the time is go into a boring trade, right? Go into something that is electrical, HVAC, plumbing, hardscaping, building decks, remodeling bathrooms, all that kind of stuff because there's just good money in it. For one, there's two sides of that blue collar work, right? There's the side that is like, hey, we have to have it, right? Like your electricity goes out, or your big screen TV doesn't work because the power won't turn on or something. Man, you get your power back on. Or two, hey, something's wrong with the toilet or something's wrong with the sink. We can't get water to come through. I mean, you're calling a plumber. It doesn't matter if you make 32 grand a year or if you make 480 grand a year. You're calling the plumber, right? So those kind of people, like when your AC goes out, man, you will leverage every bit that you can to get a air conditioner repairman to come out here and go, hey, fix this, please. So it's either that or you're in bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, hardscapes, decks, that kind of stuff where you're just dealing with rich people. And rich people are great to deal with because they have money. That was the problem with the golf course stuff is that golf courses just have zero budget. If you're like, I had one course that I knew really well. I knew the GM. He's like, man, everything that you're saying that we should be doing and that you could help us with, I know that we should be doing it. We just lose money every year and I don't have anything in the budget. And you're like, eventually, after a couple of those, I was kind of like, what am I doing? I'm trying to fit this square peg in this round hole, and there's just no cash there. So stop. Instead, start going after the good part about hardscapes is that you're going after people that are, oh gosh, if they're top 5%, I would say that's low, right? We're going after the 1%ers or 2%ers. I would assume people that are fine spending $50,000 to $500,000 on patios and pools and outdoor kitchens and decks. And I mean, you have to be really well off to think this is a good idea. So go after those people because they have money. Or, if you're in tech or you're in banking, you're in something like that, yeah, stay there. There's lots of good money in that. There are some of the dumbest people that I know that are financial advisors, which I actually wouldn't do that because I think that's a dying breed because I think everybody now sees that, like, wait, those guys they're not any better than just investing in the market in an index fund. So I think that's bad. But just banking in general, finance, selling mortgages, car loan. I mean, the amount of financial instruments that are out there that you can do, but just in high-end banking, sure, you can make a lot of money. Those guys, that's where all the money is made. Insurance, all that stuff. I wouldn't be an insurance agent anymore, but if you want to work for a big, huge insurance company, yeah, that could be good. But still, I would still, all those jobs I think could get replaced pretty easily with AI. I mean, you're not telling me that, Progressive didn't take away, I mean, 20 years ago didn't hurt insurance agents, of going, wait, I can just go online and buy it. Geico, I can just go online and buy my insurance. I don't need an agent. That had to hurt agents, right? I mean, I know guys that were my dad's age that they were in it and they're like, yeah, we're getting commissions squeezed because I think they're finding out that they don't need us as much. Not saying that they don't need agents, but maybe you just don't have to pay them as much because, yeah, they see that it's not necessary, but a little bit. But the things that it would be hard for AI to replace is, hey, I need somebody to put in a stone patio. Hey, I need somebody to fix I need somebody to add another light switch to our downstairs basement so that when we come in the garage, we can do it. I mean, until robots are just being able to be humans, that's not going to stop. Somebody fixing your toilet that won't flush. Good luck, AI. I mean, that's so far off. So they're AI proof. Most of them are recession proof, right? We say that with the hardscape stuff is that even when things get bad, rich people are still fine. And when things are really, really good, rich people spend a ton of money. So I think those would be the things that I would do. And I've said that in a previous video here, I think before, but so let's say I was younger, right? So Jen and I are a year away from retiring and kind of being done and pulling ourselves out of the rat race. If I was 30 years old, yeah, for sure, I would. I don't even think you have to be an electrician. It's better to be an electrician, but I would. You don't have to, but I would start an electrical business. I would start an HVAC business. I would start a plumbing company. I would just start all of those. For one, they're all getting bought up by private equity. Typically what private equity does is they're going to go buy up 25 companies, right, for $100 million. They're going to combine all the marketing departments and HR departments. There's going to be some cost savings there. It's going to be great. But then the next thing they typically do is they raise prices. And so if you're a little guy and you're still out there going, yeah, I got 6 electricians. And they put in, I don't even know what they would put in. Let's call it $5,000 a week worth of work. Right, and I got 6 of them. I got 30,000 coming in. I assume they're probably at, it's got to be 60, 70% gross profit because, I mean, you just got the labor of the guy and some material, but materials for plumbers and electricians and those kind of things. Those are historically low from guys I know that have those businesses. They're like, oh man, I run it 68% gross profit and 35% net. You're like, oh gosh. So let's say you're at 30% net and you're doing 100,000 a month in billing, which I think would be low. So you're at 1.2 million. I mean, you're making $400,000 a year and you have 6 people and you've got 2 people inside, somebody doing some marketing and somebody doing some answering and some phones. I mean, it's just a better business, and it's a way that you can sneakily make 400 grand, 500 grand. Not to mention if you're like, hey, Kansas City electricians.com does great, but Kansas City Plumbers does great, and Kansas City, heating and AC does great. And you have 3 of those things, and each one of them has those same numbers. Yeah, I mean, geesh. Yeah, if you're 30 years old right now and you're not going into the trades and starting 3 boring businesses, what are you doing? Like, you're out working for, Sprint or Cerner or Oracle or, come on. You're never going to make $900,000. The amount of people that make $900,000 in a year working for somebody else that don't live in San Francisco, New York, Paris, London, the big, huge metropolises where the pay is crazy because cost of living's high. I mean, you can make $500,000 in Kansas City. You live like a king. You are in the top 1% easily. So just do that. Don't, there's just no reason to reinvent the wheel. So that's where I'm at with did you consider any other careers other than one you landed? Of course I did. I've tried endless jobs. I think I probably have had 30 jobs if I was to guess. But mostly in sales, trying something or starting some little business and it didn't work out or whatever. If I kept my business cards, I think that's what I would have, 30 or 40 business cards. But it's more, so I'm glad that I did, because you end up, this one worked out, but maybe this would be better and maybe this would be better. And you kind of find your way of where you want to go. But nowadays, with all the information out there, there wasn't social media and the internet really to tell you like, hey, this is what you should do now. There weren't business guys online like Mark Cuban and tons of other littler business guys that are super smart going, hey, has anybody thought about doing this? Look where this niche is and where you can just, it's easy, going to compete with Amazon or Facebook, start a new social media platform, sure, somebody's going to do that and one person's going to make it. It's hard, but you know how easy it is to make. I don't think people understand how easy it is to have a business in the trades that does $2 million at 15% profit. Let's call it 10% profit. After paying yourself, let's say you pay yourself 120 grand. That thing can make 10% so easy if you had a mentor at all and helped you through it. And if you didn't choose hardscapes, because hardscapes is probably one of the worst ones, the one I'm in, because you have to go buy all these big, huge trucks and machines, and you got to go spend, probably $150,000 every time you start a crew. Instead of, I've got buddies that, I put two more electricians in vans, and they're going around doing stuff. I'm like, oh, what's that cost you? Like, well, about $18,000 for the van and $5,000 in stuff, in tools. And like, oh man, that would be really nice. And at the end of 2 years or 3 years, if you take out little short loans or leases or whatever you do on those vehicles, like they're paid off and they're still going to run. You're not working them hard. We work our trucks so hard, carrying 8 tons, 4 tons, sometimes 10 or 11 tons, the very max that you can on 14,000 pound axles. So we're working them hard. These guys are carrying PVC pipe that weighs ounces. They're carrying electrical wire maybe that's kind of heavy, but electrical nuts and things like this. So it's just easy. It's just simpler work. I wouldn't recommend hardscapes. And I wouldn't recommend landscaping either. It's the same kind of thing. It's trucks and trailers and machines and, carrying lots of stuff from here to there, and it's hard. Instead, go fix the AC condenser. Go put in a new light bulb or a new light switch. Those are easy, and you're still charging $400, $600 to do it, and you're doing 3 or 4 of them a day. And the guy, that electrician brings you in $2,000, and you paid him $400. And there's $500 or there's $100 in parts or $200, and you make 70% profit. Again, I go on and for this for days, but yes, if I was considering something else, if I started over, it would be in that. It would be in electrical, plumbing, HVAC. Go start all 3. Start one, kill it. Start the next one, kill it. Start the third one, kill it. Make $1 million a year. Take home. Pay yourself. Do that. That's all I got. See you guys.